Welcome to the last series. Welcome to the last series. Hello, my name is Blessing and welcome to the last edition of my Nursing and Midwifery Come to UK Journey series. If you haven't been following up on this series, this is the right opportunity for you to key in if you look forward to working in the UK as a registered nurse. If you've been following up, I do hope you've set the ball rolling and you've got your applications going. So I'm very pleased to welcome you all again as we take on this last edition, and I do hope all the information you've gathered is going to guide you through this journey. I'll see you in the series. Hello again. Hello guys. I do hope everyone is excited because I am super excited. I'm going to be talking about traveling. Who doesn't want to travel? Oh, it was a great experience for me. And I am looking forward to have many of you travel and come to the UK to work as nurses. It's been a wonderful experience so far. Of course, every journey, every process has its own challenges, but that is why I'm here smiling and talking about this program, because even with the challenges, we've been able to scale through, God being our helper and God being on our side. And I look forward to having many of you on board as we challenge ourselves to take on this journey and build a better future for ourselves. Welcome again to series 3 part B, and I'm going to be talking about everything you need as far as traveling is concerned. Now remember, in part A, I've talked about the last things you will need for this NMC UK program, the concluding part of your application, once you've submitted your application, when you get your decision letter, when you need to start hunting for employers, once you've gotten an employer, and then your employer issuing you a certificate of sponsorship. I have talked about that in part A. Now, once you've had all of these documents ready and set, the next part is to start planning your traveling. Now, one thing I did not mention in part A of this last edition of the series is the fact that your certificate of sponsorship comes with your expected date of resumption of duty. So it is in this document where you're going to find what date you are expected to start work, and this will also guide you as to what date you would be expected to arrive in the UK. It is also worth mentioning that the certificate of sponsorship is a very vital document, guys, because it has a whole lot of information which you need to read. It talks about some things you might not be eligible to get once in the UK, like public fund. So you really have to take your time to go through the certificate of sponsorship to make sure that you're on track. And also remember, you need to make sure your hospital is A-rated, your hospital or your employer is going to tick there in that certificate that they will be maintaining, covering up your costs, and they'll be able to maintain your care and provide you the basic necessities you would need once you arrive in the UK for you and your family if you're coming with your dependents. That is very important to take note of. Once you have all of these documents, now if you are doing this program on your own without an agent, then you can go forward looking at the date you've had in your certificate of sponsorship. Then you need to go forward to start booking your travel. So based on your date of resumption, you need to start looking at when you can book your book for an appointment, to go apply for your visa and book for your journey as a whole, your flight and everything. Now, with getting your visa, it is expected that you do not have to remain in your home country 30 days from the day that visa was issued. So if your resumption date at work is going to be like 2 months from when you get your certificate of sponsorship, then you need to make sure to push your time forward. So you're not going to apply for your visa early because it might come so early such that you have more than 1 month to still be in your home country before traveling. And once that is done, that 1 month period is going to expire, and you will need to pay a certain amount of money to get your visa renewed. But lots of things are happening because of COVID, and in fact there are lots of changes that are taking place. So you just need to keep an eye really on the updates and what the visa application centers might be saying, or what your passport would come with once you've applied for your visa. You just need to really keep an eye on that. Things change, so I don't want us to be static, I don't want us to be fixed, I want us to be flexible, and just go with the flow and go with the changes that may come with this process. Now the next thing is, once you've had all these documents, you put everything together, you need to book an appointment with a visa application center where you need to go and apply, or where you need to go and do what we call your biometrics. So of course you are going to apply for your visa online. If you're doing it by yourself, you need to launch this process by yourself. If you're going through an agent, your agent is going to help you book for this visa appointment on your behalf. So all you need to do is certain documents you are going to submit them online as well. You're going to open up visa application centers for UK. You're going to be choosing the kind of visa you are coming with, which of course this is a tier 2 work visa, which is changing now to the health and care visa, guys. And there is good news. I'm going to be talking about all of the updates which are coming during this period with the COVID-19, during this pandemic, all the changes, and equally the renovations and all of that is taking place as far as this whole process is concerned. I'm going to be giving you all an update. So you're going to apply for this appointment. You're going to submit a series of documents online. Almost all of these documents you've had to present to the NMC and maybe the Council UK. You've had to present to your employers. You will need all of these documents as well, from your passport to your decision letter, confirmation to show you've passed your CBT, your IELTS test results. If you're married, you're coming with your family, your husband and kids, you need to present your marriage certificates, birth certificates, a whole list of documents. Do not worry, guys. Once you've launched your application process for a visa, they're going to give you a checklist as to all the documents you need. So do not worry. And once you are in this stage as well, just to be on the safe side, it's good to always double check with other people who have passed through this program, just to make sure you have all the right documents. And of course, if you are going through an agent, you're equally going to get some extra guidance as to all the documents you need to take with you on that day when you go for your appointment. So once you've booked online and you've sent all the documents needed, you're gonna book. You choose the date which is convenient for you, and on that set date you need to appear for your visa appointment. There you're going to submit all of these documents. So of course you're going to submit your passport, which has to be original, your passport. So if you plan to do anything with your passport within that time, I'm sorry, but you need to give your passport away for the length of time your visa application has to be assessed and processed, and be rest assured this is going to come back to you safely. So you're going to attend your visa appointment. You're going to be doing your biometrics, fingerprints, giving in basic information again about you, and submitting all of these documents that are required for a visa application. It's going to be put as one pile of a document for you. It's going to be sent over to the UK. It's going to be sent here for evaluation by the visa application body here, and once your visa has been granted, your passport is going to be sent safely, granted or not. But of course, guys, like I said, this is a very short process, so do not worry. Fingers crossed. Whoever is going through this process, be rest assured that your visa is a guarantee. It is very true that some people have not gotten the visa in the first instance, not because this process is not sure, or this is not a sure program, just basically because they might have missed out on just a single thing, you know, even a change of name which is confusing, or you've got several different names in your document, you've got, you know, informations that do not tie, that can make you lose, that can make you not get the visa, because this is a point-based system and it can make you not to get that visa. So you need to be very cautious. This is also a very critical stage which needs a lot of attention. It really needs a lot of attention and focus. So you need to make sure you're getting the right documents, all your names are coinciding, all your names are in you know, are in line with each other in all your documents. You need to make sure you're presenting the originals, no fake documents and all of that, because all of this can slow down your process. So once you've done that and you've submitted everything and now you're waiting, it could take 2 weeks, it could take 3 weeks. There's what we call a fast track. Some people apply for a fast track, which will give you priority for your visa to be processed and assessed within 5 days maximum, and you're going to get your feedback. But if you go for just the normal standard application, it could take 2 weeks and 3 weeks, or you know, for some other reasons it could take even up to a month, but that is not usually the case. You should be able to get your feedback at least within 14 to 21 days, and hopefully guys, all of us on this program, we're all going to get our visas. And once that you've gotten your visa, you now have to look at the date as to the earliest time you can enter the UK and the latest time you are expected to enter the UK, just so that 1 month period which I talk about doesn't elapse and you need to start applying again for renewal. So that is it about your traveling. It is a very easy process, but a very critical one, like I said, which needs a lot of focus and attention. And once you've got your visa in your hands, then it is time for preparation, guys, the experience of traveling. So I'm going to be talking about that. Yes, so you've had your visa, you've got everything rolling, your employer is waiting for you to start your new role. You are equally excited to start your new role. This is the time for you to get every other thing you need ready. If you are following on your own, again, I like talking on both sides, because a lot of people now are following this process on their own without necessarily any agents. Some other people still use agents, so it is just good. I think it's wise enough for me to talk on both sides. So if you're following the process on your own without any agents, you need to know what to get, you know what you need. You also need to know what time of the year you're going to start your new role, so you know what kind of clothes will suit you, what will be preferential for that season. If you're going through an agent, of course, some of them are going to guide you and tell you the kind of stuff you will be needing as you start your new role. So in terms of the seasons, you know, of course, if you're coming in winter, you need to get things that are very warm, you know, and keep you very warm. If you're coming in summer, you need to get a light clothes. If you're coming from a very hot place, you're coming to the UK, it's really cold sometimes, especially in the winter. Even during the summer, we still get some cold days and rainy days, you know. So if you're coming from a hot place, just brave up yourself for the cold. Of course, it's going to be cold, but as time goes on, you're going to get used to it. If you're coming from a cold area, well, then you're just going to fit in wonderfully well. Equally, it depends on what you prioritize. Personally, for me, I prioritize my African food because I'm a lover of African food. So I prioritize my food. Most of my clothes were quite few. I got more of my foodstuffs, you know. I personally paid for an extra luggage just to make sure I get enough of my African stuffs. So it depends on you what you prioritize. But when booking for your flight, remember that each flight agency or whatever airline you're going to be using, they have different specifications as to the amount of kilograms they will expect you to carry. So always be keen to notice that as well when booking your flight, you know. And if you care for extra luggages, of course there is always room for you to book for an extra luggage. And it is a whole experience, you know. You're going to be coming. If you're coming with your family, oh, wonderful for you. It's really good, guys. I must say, it's good when you come in with your family, your dependents, you always get some company as well. So it's good if you have that privilege, and then I would advise you to try as much as possible to come with your family, you know. And it's a whole experience. If you're coming alone, I mean, it's a whole experience on its own, but you know, you're going to be thinking of the family you're leaving back home. It was so challenging for me for the first few months. Sometimes I would cry, I just miss everyone, I was lonely. But then as time went on, I've tried to feed myself in, and now at least I can pull through, you know. So some of these things you might face them, you know. You come to work, it's a totally new environment. You just need to be able to observe more and try to see how things work out. Of course, it's a completely new different system. You're going to be having new different stuff. You're going to be open up to a whole lot of new different equipment. You just need to be observant. You just need to be humble enough to be ready to learn, and that's what is going to drive you far once you've gotten, or once you've arrived here in the UK to start on your new role. If you've never traveled before, get yourself ready for a whole traveling experience. I mean, if you've never traveled abroad before, it's a whole traveling experience, and this was my first time of traveling abroad, so it was a whole traveling experience for me in the plane and all of that. I've gone to some other African countries, but like coming abroad, this was the first time for me, so it was just wonderful. I did come as well with a friend, so the journey was very exciting, so it was really wonderful. So I do hope, guys, that this whole video, this whole series has given you all the information you need as far as this process is concerned. I must tell you, this is a fun and exciting journey. Once you start and you are determined, you're going to pull through, and then someday you're going to look back and you're going to look at all the challenges and you're going to smile like them and say, yes, these challenges were only there as a stepping stone to your greatness. So like I would always say, do not give up, be patient, be focused, be determined, and be prayerful, and you're gonna meet your goals definitely sooner or later. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I remain Counselor B, as I will be popularly called, and my name is Blessing. Share again with friends, like, comment, drop any comments, and I'll be able to read through and give you any feedback to questions you have. And do not forget to like and subscribe on my channel, as I will be coming up with more interesting videos as the days goes by, and you do not want to miss out on these ones as well. Stay blessed, and I'll see you soon.